What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So I've been MIA for a while now. It's been a few months since I've actually uploaded a new video on my YouTube channel. Sorry about that, but things have got kind of busy here, and I just honestly haven't had the time to pick up the camera and start recording anything. As you know, like if you ever, paint or do anything on the side, or maybe even do YouTube as well, when you do everything yourself, it's kind of hard to balance everything at once. So picking up the camera is really not something that I remember to do every time I'm out here painting or I'm out here doing whatever I'm doing for that day. And it's just, it goes in the back of my mind. Because most of the stuff, if you don't know, most of the stuff that I do in here, it's all for clients, it's all customer work. So my focus is on getting the customer's project done, timely manner, and not waste too much time. That way I can keep stuff moving along. And also, if you're new here, thanks for subscribing, being a part of this. We're trying to grow this thing more and more every year. So hopefully 2024, we start cranking some more stuff off this channel and show you guys what it's like to be an artist, a painter, custom painter in the automotive industry. So if you're new here, I also do full-time. I also am a collision painter, which means I work at a collision shop, and it's mainly just insurance jobs. That's what I do for my daily, 8 to 5 job, whatever you want to call it. That is what I do full-time. And then anything at home in my own shop, it's all custom stuff, and that's what I mainly focus on. I do have a TikTok account too. I've been a little bit here and there adding videos of things at work that I do, things that I've noticed and seen online that I don't really agree with. I'll post on there. So you can also go there. I believe it's the same handle as my YouTube and Facebook name. I think it's at MR.J _ auto art is the same. I think I kept everything the same, so if you want to, you can go on my TikTok and you can look at the stuff I post there. It's a little bit easier for me to do that because they're quick and easy videos to do. YouTube, it's a little bit more involved. I try to get things more involved in YouTube than I do anywhere else. So this is, like I said, if you're new here, I do multiple things. The custom work is what you guys mainly going to be seeing. I might very rarely post something that I do at work, just for information purposes, and that's what this channel is all about. It's all about being informative on the custom automotive side of things, which includes like graphics, airbrush art, anything automotive related I will post on this channel. So thank you again for joining. I know we've had probably a good 5 or 6 new people join that I've noticed through my emails for the last couple of weeks. So I want to start cranking out more videos. I'm kind of in a spot right now where I'm busy, but I'm also kind of in limbo mode as far as waiting on a particular customer to kind of come and tell me what he wants done next. So I'm kind of like in a limbo mode, if you will. So I'm going to quickly show you guys around for the people that are new, first time looking at the shop and what I have in here. And if you've been subscribed here for a while, you get to see all the new stuff I've been doing. I've got a couple projects in here now that I've been doing. One's pretty much done, so I've really just got one, but it's a huge project. So in my last videos, I've kind of mentioned it, and I've had it for almost a week and a half now, so it's moving along pretty nicely. So I'm going to show you guys around the shop for if you guys are new. If you guys have been here for a while, you'll get to see all the new cool stuff I'm doing. So here is the shop. I've actually went around, and before winter, it's now winter time. It's almost Christmas, really. So I went around and I moved everything, cleaned everything up, reorganized some stuff to get things moving around in here. I did that mainly. I always do that. I always do like a spring cleaning before winter and then after winter. That way it just keeps everything nice and clean. Obviously, it doesn't look really clean, but trust me, the floors are pretty clean right now. There hasn't been any sanding or anything in here, so it's fairly clean. So I always like to do that, like I said, spring clean type thing before winter and after winter, just to get everything nice and clean. And I'll usually do one in the middle of summer because we do live out here in the middle of nowhere, so it's nothing but cornfields. So summertime, it gets pretty crazy out here as far as like wind and dust, especially when the farmers get back in the field. There's just a bunch of dust that kicks up, so I'm constantly cleaning around here. It's kind of a pain, but it is what it is, having a shop at your house. So over in this corner, we got my Civic build that I'm doing. It's been sitting here for about a year, so I need to get on that. I'm going to try to get on that around springtime once I get this customer's vehicle done. I've got another vehicle coming in the winter time as well. So once I get those vehicles done, I can jump back on my own stuff. So the Civic is mine, and the SRT4 is mine. I've kind of posted a little bit about this. I did a video of showing you guys what I did in the engine bay recently. I gutted everything, took everything apart on this, and I kind of modified it a little bit and painted the engine bay to fit this custom Sidewinder turbo kit on it. And I went through and I cleaned everything up, hand polished a lot of stuff, and just made it look really, really nice. It is a custom painted, it's Sublime Green right now, but we are eventually going to be repainting this car too. It's going to be orange to match the engine bay, and it's going to have a really cool graphic on it that's going to complement almost what we have on it now. It's just going to be orange in a different color. I'm not going to say anything until that video is posted, so stay up to date on that. I'm hoping to get on this one after I do the Civic. I really want to do the Civic first. This car is running and driving. They both run and drive. It's just this one, I can actually drive it. This one is, you can, like I said, I could drive it. I've put it back together, but it's all tore apart. It's ready for the glass to get cut out in it. So it's all in primer. I did all the body work. I do have videos posted on this if you want to see this, what it looked like before and during the bodywork process to get it the way it is now. It's just black primer right now. So I got to block this thing down and get the windows cut out of it, like I said, get everything else tore apart on it so we can paint this. So I really want this thing back on the road. So springtime-ish, I'll probably start on, this one and then do that one. So those will be videos coming up. We have our own House of Color mixing bank here. It's about 80 to 85% complete. That means I don't have everything through House of Color with their S2 line, but I have a lot of it. I just went there and hand-picked everything. This is what I use. This is what I paint with. I very seldom deviate away from House of Color. I do have some other airbrush paint that I use, and very rarely do I need to use it, but it is waterborne that I'll kind of mix the two together and integrate it itself. So kind of have a little station here, all my paint guns. Most of them are my stuff are at work because I paint constantly at work every day. So most of my stuff is at work. But as far as everything that I need, it's simply right here. Cabinet, it's got a bunch of stuff in it. It's just filled with tape, cleaner, tag rags, things like that. Not really anything too special in there, but yeah, it's a smaller shop. It's not really huge, but we do have our own curtain setup that comes around both curtains. So we have this entire area right here to where I can paint, and I can put a whole car in here if I need to, for me personally, tear everything apart on a vehicle. That means glass, everything. I mean, doors coming apart 100% just to shell the door when it's done. And I put everything in this area, so it's a big enough area for me to blow everything apart on the vehicle and paint it all at once. I don't like very rarely will I do like the jams, put everything back together and do the outside of the car at once. If it's like a custom candy color, sometimes rarely I'll do that, but I like to paint everything at once, all blown apart, because there's no tape lines, there's no seams, there's nothing like that. It's just all one solid, no tape lines or anything like that. So that's what I like to do. That's why this big area with the curtains is set up, so I can do that and I don't have to worry about, like I said, putting things back together and doing the jams and then painting things 2 or 3 times in a row. I can just do it all at once and be done with it. So it's really, I have invested into a pretty much just a wall, exhaust wall. It's really, really nice. It really helps getting the overspray and everything out of here quickly. If you're ever thinking about ordering one of these, I got this from Michigan off eBay. It was like 3,800 bucks, I think. So it's huge. It pulls a lot of CFM. So if it's big enough for the area that I have, masked off here for the booth for the curtains, I want to say it's like a 28 by 29 foot space. So it's huge. It's pretty much twice the size of a regular paint booth. Because those are about 13 by 22 or 23 feet, I believe. So it's twice the size of a paint booth. So I get everything in here all at once. Really, really nice. So the couple projects I've been working on, I'm going to show you guys one of them that I've pretty much completed. I don't really have any process videos of it, but it's just a little panel that I did. Came out really cool. It's on a piece of wood. So you said, but it's all 100% airbrush, hand airbrush. Like I said, I like the way it came out and the way it, you know, if I'm debating on whether I need to clear coat this or not. What has happened is my mom is actually a hand painter, so she recently opened up a store in the town that she lives in. And she's opened it up to where other artists can actually bring their stuff in there on consignment. And then, like, you put your price on it, give her the stuff, they'll put it up for you, and then whatever you want for it, they just take a small percentage of it. So it's pretty much just a house, but it's huge. And she's got a lot of artists in there, and she's been wanting me to bring some of my stuff in there, so I think that piece will probably be the first piece that I take to her, along with some other things that I have that haven't outsold yet. But I also do commissions on things like that. Like if you want something done on a piece of metal or something that paint can adhere to, I'll do it for you. So just comment below or inbox me. We can get that set up. I like doing that stuff. It's quick and easy. I can do a lot of them at once and get them out of here. So I really like doing that stuff. So if you want something like that done, that's like one-off, something like I just showed you, we can do that as well. So that's just something I've been working on off and on between this van that I have and other things going on. I recently just got out 2 more jobs that were in here, pretty small stuff. So I usually, when I have one big project in here, I usually have at least 2. I try to keep at least 1 or 2 extra jobs in here that are smaller, that aren't full vehicles, just to kind of keep me busy and the times that I am kind of in limbo mode with something. So this is something that's, like I said, I've been working on this for a while. It's been a week and a half, I believe, I've had it. And this Dodge van. So some of you might have noticed, I have mentioned this in the past. I have been working on different stuff from this, but it is a fully, pretty much restored van that I did not restore it. I am just doing the artwork on it. So you can tell I've got some things on here already. One of the things on this side that we're doing that I've already completed, this is 100% done. Let's see if I can get this up here for you guys. Is the Grateful Dead logo. That's not going to stay up, but you can get the gist of it. It's got Stella Blue lyrics in the blue, and it's got a touch of gray lyrics in the red that are really ghosted. You can barely see them, but that is what we were going with. So what we're going for. He's debating on whether to add something else on this side, but this side was what he wanted for that. And then it's got a just a little It's not a decal, it's all hand painted on, but it was made by a decal. So he had that done. And then this side, I am working on this side right now. So this van, it's a tribute to the Grateful Dead. He loves the Grateful Dead. He's been to a lot of shows. He's got a lot of memorabilia signed by them that he's done. He's got like this giant surfboard that's pretty cool that he has won at a concert, and it's signed by the band, and he's putting that in the van. We're going to integrate that into the paint job on this side. The idea of this, the driver's side, is a beach themed Grateful Dead-esque kind of paint job on it. So it's all messed up. It looks kind of crazy right now. You can barely make anything out. But this side is pretty much going to be covered in like a beach theme. He's gave me a ton of posters that he's had framed to kind of give me ideas, but he's very particular in what he wants as far as like placement, how he wants things to look. Now, since this van is a Grateful Dead theme, but it's also a tribute to their song Touch of Grey, so everything is done in like a gray. There's very little silver that's going to be in this, but it's all gray tones. So as you can see, like the palm tree here, you can make that out pretty easily. It's all just gray tones with a little bit of highlights in it. It's coming out really, really nice. I'm debating putting a little bit of silver in that. The horizon, above the horizon, I should say, up here, where it's all kind of masked off and it's got some paint everywhere, that is their Grateful Dead sun with their skull logo in the middle. You can kind of make it out here, kind of see it. That's all painted on there. It's all masked up. But that sun goes, it's huge. I mean, it covers everything. And the skull's in the middle of it. The skull is done in silver, just like everything else on here. And where he got that idea from is this poster right over here. So to kind of put everything in perspective for you guys, this is the kind of stuff, the flames on this. He wanted the flames on this one integrated with this skull like this without the lightning. Since we already have a lightning bolt on one side of the van, we got the lightning bolt out of it, so it's just a skull head. But that circle and everything is inside that. He was debating on doing these flames, but he really liked these more. So I went ahead and drew all this up for him, and then as you can see in the photo, it's got that shimmer, that silver, and that's why we're adding silver in it little by little in certain areas to give that effect of when, you know, the sun hits it, it's going to sparkle. You can kind of see it up there when the light hits it. It's just straight silver. There's nothing really too crazy special about it, but placement is everything with something like this. So I took a lot of time and I drew everything up and I made it look not exactly like the poster. I did it my own way. So everything is hand drawn. And that is I pretty much masked the entire top of the sky off. That's going to be the sky part of it with the sun in it. I just masked it off vinyl. I use gold mask, and it's just this, you know, it's just vinyl. So I masked the entire top of this off, and then I just went to town drawing. I went and, you know, I religiously looked at that photo, that poster with the hot rod flame kind of flames in it, and I studied it for a little bit, and then I just took some chalk and I just started chalking everything out. And then once I got the chalk done, I went through with a marker, a red marker, and I just went through and I refined everything, kind of like a tattoo artist does. If you ever seen a tattoo artist kind of freehand some stuff on somebody's skin, they kind of use markers, different colored markers to kind of, you know, fine tune everything. That's exactly what I did on this. Made it a little bit more easier for me as far as instead of just going in there and fine lining it and taping it, I could actually draw on the vinyl and actually look at it to see what it's going to look like on the van before I actually put paint on there. Because once I put paint, there is no going back. You know, once it's on there, Obviously, the van is clear coated. I could take the thinner and wipe it off, or reducer and wipe it off, but the goal is to not go backwards, it's to always go forwards. So that's what we're doing. That's where I'm at right now with it. So I was able to draw everything on there, and then I just took a fresh X-Acto knife blade, hand cut everything. And that's where the time comes in, is you go through and hand cut everything you drew. And I did it exactly like the palm tree. I hand drew it. Obviously, I fine lined the trunk of it, and then the palm tree leaves. I did the exact same thing as the flames. I drew all of it on there with chalk first, and then went back through with the red marker and fine lined it, and, fine tuned it. So that's how I did this. It's all done by hand while having some inspiration from the posters and doing what the customer really wants. That's the key to this stuff, is not always you're going to be able to do something that you want to do. Now, this is something that I think is really cool, and once it's done and the thing's finalized and it's done, actually done, being painted and all that, it's going to be a rolling billboard pretty much of the Grateful Dead, which is going to be really cool because I have not seen anything like this. I've seen stuff that has been vinyl wrapped, but I've not seen actual paint work done on an old school van like this that's actually been restored right. So it's going to be really neat to see this thing done and rolling down the road. But the main thing is you want to make sure you hit all those points for your customers. And that's, to me, that's the hardest part, is figuring out what your customer actually wants and going with it and making them happy, because that's the goal, is to do what your customer wants. You're not always going to be able to do what you want to do, but you want to have the free reign to be able to create what you need to create. Every artist is different, just like I said, tattoo artists, they're all different. They all specialize in something different. I like to think I specialize in things that are unique and something that nobody else can do. So I'm kind of putting my little twist on this, as well as doing what he would really like to see on this thing. So that's just the hardest part. I mean, just being upfront and transparent with you guys, that is the hardest part for me as an artist, is to kind of, find that balance between what the customer wants and kind of giving me free reign to do and create what I need, which is, the outcome of it right now is just, it's killer. I mean, it's coming out super good. Obviously, this is going to have more than just these two things on there. You can kind of see I've kind of got some tape on it already, like this and here inside of this. See, the horizon line is going to be this. We're going to follow this body line. So this body line is going to be horizon down to this green line, is going to be the ocean. And then the rest of it's going to be sand. So we're going to put a lot of stuff into this. I want this thing to look like it's just filled with stuff, but not over too filled, if that makes sense. If you guys know anything, that is, their posters are just piled in with stuff. They're crazy looking. Right here, they've just got so much detail on them. So I am trying to make it to where it's compiled with stuff and just make it look like one of their posters. Not identical to their posters, but I want it to be composition wise. I want this thing to be able to, where people can look at it for 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes and find something new in it. So this thing's going to be filled with certain stuff. So that's going to be the cool thing, is to see everything that's in here on there and to try to make it look like one of their posters where it's just craziness going on, but yet it still resembles the Grateful Dead. So that is one of the things I've been working on. Another thing that I've been working on before I got the van was the engine cover. These vans have the engines on the inside of the van, so this is the engine cover for it. So I've sanded all this down and I airbrushed all this stuff on here to go inside. He wanted this to be in color, so that's why this is in color and the other stuff isn't. But there are going to be certain things on the side of the van that are going to be in color, like his surfboard. I know his surfboard's probably going to be in color. I'm probably going to make the flaming eyeball that he really wants. I want that to be in color. So all this stuff, it's going to look really neat. You're probably not going to see a lot of this unless you stick your head inside the van. He does have the interior. It's all 100% custom made interior. It's almost finished inside there. I would say it's probably about 90% done. Just a little fine tuning some stuff. So like the carpet and stuff like that, unless you peek your head inside there, the doors are open, you won't see this engine cover, but it is going to be there. It's going to be really cool. I think it's all going to tie in really well. It's going to be something that you don't see every day. So I'm really excited to see this thing done. I've got a lot more to go on it. Right now, like I said, I'm just kind of waiting on him. He likes to come out and look at it and then kind of like give me another game plan to go forward on what he wants next. So that's where I'm at on it right now, but I think it's coming together really, really cool. And yeah, I just want to show you guys, especially for those new people, what to expect from this channel, the things that I do, and the things that I want to kind of put out there. I don't BS anything. I show you how it is, you know, good or bad. You know, if I mess something up, you're going to see it. You're not going to see any like hardcore editing. I might edit some, but I'm not going to sit there and edit something to be in my favor, because I want people to see how this type of stuff is actually made, and the time and effort that it takes to get something like this done. Because I think a lot of people have the notion that it is just done overnight. You know, they see it done. A lot of people nowadays think it's just oh, that's just a vinyl sticker on it. It's a vinyl wrapped. No, everything that I do is hand painted for the most part. There are tips and tricks that I might teach along the way that will help you as far as speeding things up. But other than that, it's all done by hand. There is no other way to cheat it. You can use, you know, templates, stencils, and things like that to get your ideas down, but other than that, it's all done by hand. You also can use like projectors to project something on there that you've done and drawn by hand. I do that a lot. Or you can go on and, you know, a lot of people nowadays like to just go on the internet and copy and paste a picture and draw the picture and things like that. And, you know, which is fine for learning, but when you're doing something like this, you want to be, you know, you want to keep it original to yourself. You don't want to sit there and copy something, because, you know, nowadays everybody can look on the internet and find something. It's not really, you know, you don't want to copy anybody else's work. That's the one thing. You don't want to put the same thing out there again. You want to do everything original. So that is what I've strived to do, with a little bit of inspiration from everywhere that I'm given, and create something really cool and unique, and that will last the test of time. Something like this that will get painted. I will clear coat this, and it's going to be sealed. As long as it doesn't get painted over, it's going to be there for the rest of the guy's life for the most part. And if he passes it down or if he sells it, it's going to be on there until it gets painted. So it's not like some vinyl sticker where you can just peel it off and throw it away. It is going to be on there for the rest of the vehicle's life, hopefully. This guy, I don't think he's ever going to sell this. He's been working on this for a very long time, so I think he's going to be keeping this for the rest of his life. And I'm going to make it to where he doesn't want to get rid of it, because it's going to be so cool and so unique, something that you've never seen before done. You know, that's the end goal. That's the end goal. As a custom painter, you want to do something, and as an artist, you want to do something that has not been done before. So you always want to strive to do something different. Don't copy anybody. You can get inspiration from everybody, but just don't copy them. That's a no-no. But yeah, other than that, that's all I've been doing. A little bit of cleaning, a little bit of projects here and there, some paint work, you know, still going to work full time. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have been doing. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of insight for you new people as well, especially for you new guys that have joined, of what I do. And here's some things sitting out for a while of things that I have done in the past. I made a video on this piece right here. It's pretty big. I'm going to actually cut this down to size. I'm just gonna probably just square it off. It's probably gonna be more of a rectangle, but I'm gonna try to get this thing probably framed. It's a big piece of metal, but if you wanna see something like this, that's how this is created, from just a bare piece of metal. This video has been posted on my channel for probably about a year. So go and look at that. That's a really cool one. But little things like that. I've got more inside my house I can show you guys, but I'm not going to bore you. I just want to show you guys an update of what I'm doing. I'm still here live, haven't gone anywhere. Just haven't had the time or haven't really thought about picking up the camera to show you guys. So if you want to see something that's unique, I'll try to pick something up and show you guys and film it as I'm doing it. That way you guys can learn a little bit of something. But right now, I'm just in limbo mode. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for subscribing. Make sure you hit that like button, and we'll get some more videos rolling here. I'll see you guys later.